want to thank our online audience. Trust me, we have a very vibrant online audience. People watching from the UK, the US, Canada, and from all over the world. We want to thank you for making our time to share this special day with us. It is our day because it's all about learning. It's all about taking our finances notches higher. It's all about embracing what I call the light. Yes, my keynote speech has started already. It's about embracing what is next. And I think there's no better time to be having this summit. Look at it. The second half of the year is starting in 2 days. So we're coming out of this conference, brand new people, brand new mindset, new goals. And for all you care, July might just be a happy new year for somebody here. Like, this is your January. So please embrace the transformation that is about to happen. Make sure you network, and make sure you meet somebody new, and just be ready to soak in all of the things that we have. Of course, there will be a free flow of food all day. We're expecting a lot more people, and I know we're going to have an amazing time. Before I share my keynote speech for this morning, I just feel like expressing my gratitude all over again. You know why? I don't live in London, but look at you. You all came out to support us. I know some people came from Manchester this morning. We have somebody who came from Hull this morning as well. And we have many more people, like I already said, who cannot make it. It means a lot, not just because you want to come and learn personal finance or how to take your finances to the next level. It's also because you have great respect and regard for what I stand for, right? And what we do at Smart City. So thank you once again. I'm meeting a lot of our community members and friends for the first time, and it gives me joy. And we are a joyful set of people, and we bring light. I heard that the weather on Sunday or Monday wasn't good. But since I came in on Wednesday, it's been bright, and it's still going to get brighter and brighter and brighter. So please celebrate me. Celebrate us. I have my elder sister in the room. Please appreciate her to me. She's representing the entire family. I have my senior friends of 20, 30 years in the room. This is what we have. Thank you. I have beloved friends. I can't mention names, but trust me before we finish, I will mention names. Thank you so much. So today, what am I going to share as my keynote speech? And why are we having this conference? We're not having this conference because we just want to have a conference, or just because I feel like popping on a plane from Lagos to come to the UK to have a conference. We're having this conference because, like I already said, I'm a person of faith, in addition to all of my certifications that were read. We're having this conference because the Lord put a word in my heart. Right? So I'm not going to go all spiritual view, but there's no way this meeting will go on without me mentioning the reason for this one. And I want you to take every single word that I would say, every single word that the speakers will share with us as well, and run with it, because I know that this conference is going to be transformational for you. And, I'm just going to read a scripture. Yeah, I'm going to read a scripture that came to my heart, and then my keynote is out of that scripture. I will apply it to our finances. The first scripture, Isaiah 9:2-3. The people walking in darkness have seen a great light. And on those living in the land of deep darkness, a light has dawned. You have enlarged the nation and increased their joy. They rejoice before you as people rejoice at the harvest, as warriors rejoice when dividing the plunder. Emphasis on the first verse. The people walking in darkness have seen a great light. And then people living in the land of darkness. There are two different things. Individuals walking in darkness, individuals seen the great light. And for those who lived in the land where death cast its shadow, in light has shined. What were the chances? Look at those two scriptures, timing without me telling him anything. I'm like, please, that's prayer you just pray. Where's the Bible verse? I bring the message of light to you this morning. Light in your career, light in your finances, light in your relationship. Because this conference is a workshop and it's a turnkey workshop. We're not just talking about finances, we're talking about career, we're talking about relationships, we're talking about how you can take your entire life 100x, like move it up. But we see that you don't have darkness to be. Imagine if you turn off all the lights in this place and we don't have all of these windows. Imagine what happens when we then turn on the lights. But emphasis on the two things that are similar in these two scriptures. He said some people, the first one said some people who work. And then the second scripture says some people who sat in darkness. And then another thing was common. He then said, in the land where they say there was darkness. Now let me go into the meat of the matter. It's not news that the last 2 or 3 years have been quite chaotic around the world. In terms of the economy, how many of you are going? People in the UK, I know you have not felt anything since 2020. There has not been inflation. The prices of goods and services haven't gone up. Everything is hunky-dory. But in Nigeria, if you know, you know. Like they tell us that inflation is 38%, 42%. But you go to the market and you're buying things like times 300%. Now, we have a community and we serve people in 40 countries. Canada, the US, the UK, just everywhere. And people are saying the same thing. Like the cost of goods and services have gone up. Everybody is complaining. But I know that my people in the UK, like I already said, you don't have any issues. Like the pounds are just flowing, right? Yes, now, they say confession is, you confess what you want to attract. But I'm just trying to say that the global economic chaos is undeniable. Right? Prices of goods and services, devaluation, currency risks, and a whole lot more. It talks about darkness. It signifies darkness. I told them back home, listen, I'm not going to be part of conversations that talk about what is happening. Because if you're not careful, people will draw you into mystery and despair. And even in church, pastor will just have preached about say to the righteous as well, and everybody saying there's a casting out. As we are going out of the church like this, 3 people are gathering. What are they saying? This Nigeria. Yeah, there's no money. It's darkness. Do you see? But for that scripture that I read, it says that, first of all, people walking in darkness, tell them that there is light. That's at the individual level. And I wanted to say, listen, everybody has personal struggles. Like I said, this conference is about not just your finances, but different areas of your life. Now, people walking or sitting in darkness could typify individual struggles. Is there anybody here who doesn't have challenges? But no, we embrace our faith. We embrace our partnerships. We embrace our connections. So as an individual level, because I have spoken to quite a number of people in recent times, and I see that the despair is palpable. And I'm not just talking about Nigeria, I'm talking about everywhere. I went to Canada like 2 or 3 months ago. We had the meet and greet, the conversations were similar. Coach. In the US, coach. But we have an anchor and a word for this conference. It says, tell the people who are walking or sitting in darkness that light has come. And I know that the things that from you. Are we still together? So personal struggles, national struggles. How do we navigate this season and embrace the best of the best? Because you can see there's inflation, there's devaluation. Things are happening all around the world. I was speaking to someone recently and said, for the first time I made my first $1 million. I'm like, in this current economy, yes, I'm like, yeah. And I'm on my way to making the second $1 million. Between January and June, cuts up for us. So things are happening. Don't get inundated by what you're seeing. Change your conversations. We are neither too young nor old to just chat a new path. And like I said, July is our new year. So I'm going to close out sharing the acronym LIGHT, because this conference is about the lights that will shine on your career, on your finances, and everything. The first L is the landscape, which I have just described. Do I have slides? So thank you. I just read about some statistics all around the world, things happening. Recently, was it 2 days in the presidential debate in America? How many of you watched it? And you're like, in the next 1 year, the American will be issue. Right? I'm not a political person, but I'm just saying that every nation has their own issues. So the landscape is that we must understand there is darkness, gross darkness out there. But we walk in light. And this is not about being renegade or being a Christian. Light to be light of knowledge, light of information. Where do I sit? How do I sit? How do I budget? How do I monetize my talents and skills? Light. So I said here, personal darkness and individual struggles. National darkness would refer to economic policies and their impacts. And global darkness focuses on worldwide economic trends and policies. That's a landscape. We are not denying that things are funny, but we are coming guarantees a good future, like a correct